Slavery is a system in which people are the property of others. Evidence of slavery predates written records and has existed in many cultures. Slavery in the United States has existed as a legal institution in North America for more than a century before the founding of the United States in 1776 and continued in the South until the passage of the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution in 1865. Although slavery is illegal in every country of the world today, it exists today stronger than ever in the form of human trafficking. According to the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, in its worst manifestation, human trafficking is akin to modern-day slavery. Victims pay to be illegally transported into the United States only to find themselves in the thrall of the traffickers, who may enforce them into prostitution, forced labor, and other forms of servitude to repay their debt. The victims, surrounded by an unfamiliar culture and language, and often lacking identity documents, find themselves trapped, fearing for their lives and those of their families. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, human trafficking is the acquisition of people by improper means such as force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them. The challenge for all countries, rich and poor, is to target the criminals who exploit desperate people and to protect and assist victims of trafficking and smuggled immigrants, many of whom endure unimaginable hardships in their bid for a better life. According to Free the Slaves, a charity organization dedicated to ending slavery, 3 trends have contributed most to the rise of modern-day slavery. The first, a recent population explosion, has tripled the number of people in the world, with most growth taking place in the developing world. The second, rapid social and economic change, have displaced many to urban centers and their outskirts, where people have no safety net and no job security. The third, government corruption around the world allows slavery to go unpunished, even though it is illegal everywhere. In 1850, it was difficult to capture a slave and then transport them to the U.S. The third, government corruption around the world allows slavery to go unpunished, even though it is illegal everywhere. This supply makes slaves today cheaper than they have ever been. Since they are so cheap, slaves today are not considered a major investment worth maintaining. If slaves get sick, are injured, outlive their usefulness, or become troublesome to the slaveholder, they are dumped or killed. For most slaveholders, legally owning the slave is an inconvenience since they already expert total control over the individual's labor and profits. Who needs a legal document that could at some point be used against the slaveholder? Today, the slaveholder cares more about these high profits than whether the holder and slave are of different ethnic backgrounds. In new slavery, profit trumps skin color. Finally, new slavery is directly connected to the global economy. As in the past, most slaves are forced to work in agriculture, mining, and prostitution. From these sectors, their exploited labor flows into the global economy and into our lives.